Hello, and welcome to Frame Perfect, your destination for speedrunning news. This past week hasn't been too busy in the world of speedrunning, but there are still a few world records that deserve a mention. First up is Nick Freddy's run of Ratchet and Clank for the PS4. He managed to finish the game in just under 30 minutes, with a time of 28 minutes and 6 seconds, beating out the previous world record holder by 10 seconds. This is a crazy run to watch, with a lot of great execution from the runner and a ton of out-of-bounds time. The run is similar to Super Mario 64, with the players navigating a lot of levels by long jumping, but the runner also navigates on top of world geometry that was never intended to have the player on it. For those that like glitches, there's also a few used, like the one near the beginning to launch Ratchet into an area that would usually be inaccessible. Hopefully we can see a sub 28 minute run here soon. If you want a fun speedrun to do yourself, or just a fun run to watch, be sure to check out Ratchet and Clank 2016. In the description, you'll find a link to Nick Freddy's video as well as a guide if you'd like to speedrun the game yourself. Yet again, we have a Zelda game to highlight, this time it being Ocarina of Time, the Ganonless run on the N64 by Raggan71. He beat Ocarina of Time in just 32 minutes and 55 seconds. Of course, this isn't your normal Ocarina of Time run, and instead has the player using a wrong warp in the Fire Temple to bypass most of the game and Ganon, hence the name Ganonless, and go straight to the end credits. This is way different from your average any percent run that has players warping from the Deku Tree all the way to Ganon's castle. The runner also used a swordless Door of Time skip, which might be even more impressive than just the normal Door of Time skip. Unfortunately, the Ganonless run only works on version 1.0 of the game, so those wanting to try out the run themselves may have to buy Ocarina of Time to pull off a Ganonless run. If you're a fan of glitch speedruns, this is one of the better runs to watch. Raggan has an awesome amount of skill, and the glitches he pulls off are hard to master but fun to watch. A link to Raggan's video will be in the description, as well as a guide if you'd like to try a Ganonless run yourself. Into the wild world of Digimon we go, with a world record from Qtora in Digimon World on the PS2. Qtora managed to beat the game in 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 37 seconds, taking away the world record from Raikou, who had just gotten it 6 hours before. A helpful redditor by the name of Dracodan was able to provide a more apt description of the run that far exceeded mine after I watched it. So I'll try and summarize what he said, but also thank you Dracodan for the superior knowledge that you have. Over the years, Digimon World has slowly been broken by the discovery of RNG manipulation, which has allowed runners to digivolve, the Digimon equivalent of Pokemon evolving, the Digimon Abakemon instead of Birdramon, which grants access to an earlier champion Digimon, as well as a preferred moveset that does more damage and stuns enemies. And of course, like many speedruns, it's ran in the Japanese language for faster text. A link in the description will be provided for Qtora's run of the game, as well as a guide if you'd like to run the game yourself. There will also be a link to Dracodan's comment if you'd like a much better explanation of what the Digimon World run has evolved into. That's it for this week's episode of Frame Perfect. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like so I know if I should continue with this series, or leave a dislike if you disliked the video, and a comment telling me what I can change for the better. In the meantime, remember to have fun and save those frames.